Green flags in people. That's brilliant, isn't it? In friends and partners. Because there's so much about red flags. I don't know if it's just me or not, but it seems like suddenly, it feels like about 3 or 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago, suddenly everybody was a narcissist. Everyone was a sociopath, and usually it was everybody's ex was the narcissist. I mean, I know maybe it's just that this, if you did have a partner that was a narcissist, you might want to post that on social media, maybe. I don't know. But it just seemed like everybody was a narcissist. And suddenly there was all this like red flags in a relationship. And like, I get it. But I always think it's, you know, much better to talk about the things and focus on the things you want rather than what you don't want. And I don't think you want to be with a narcissist. I don't think you want to be a narcissist. No, but I don't think anybody does. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe narcissists like being narcissists, I don't know. But you and I don't want to be a narcissist. Sure, you don't either. And I don't want to be with a narcissist. And I'm sure you don't either. So focusing on not the red flags, but the green flags to kind of know, how is this good? How is this person good to be around? How is it like great to be around this person? Yeah, I feel really up after I see them. I'm up when they don't judge me. I don't have to watch what I'm saying around them. These are all things to not trivialize and to not kind of go, to not register, to just like shrug it off and like, oh, well, Frank is just like that, nothing. Or Mary is just like that. I just like being, I like being around her, but, it's to get over this like thing of, to face the difficult fact that we end up with narcissists because we're attracted to them. Because they're electric for us. And, they're electric for us because they remind us of mum and dad. Not that mum and dad were narcissists, maybe they were. But when it doesn't work out with mum and dad, and when mum and dad don't meet our needs, it creates a problem inside that we continually try and solve. So we don't go to the person who will just give us the thing that we need. We go to the person that reminds us of the person who didn't solve the problem for us so that we could solve it with them. So we kind of attract people who are discounting of us, who don't acknowledge us, who exacerbate and continue on the wounds that our parents gave us so that we can fix it. That's why, we are attracted to difficult people. It's like where this whole idea of like, that, like with women and men, it's like, oh, they're attracted to the bad boys. It's that idea. That's because the bad boys are behaving in ways that their parents behaved, and that they continue on the problem that started with the problem that the little child couldn't solve. And it's like, well, I have to find someone who's a bit like that, and then I can solve that problem. So it's all very unconscious, it's all very difficult to see, but if we can see it and kind of acknowledge what ease is like, and what these green flags are like, and what it's like to be around someone, and yeah, it can feel a bit boring. We can kind of go, yeah, Frank is very nice, but there's no chemistry. Or Mary's lovely, but there's not that kind of spark with her. That spark is your attachment issues. That spark is a deep wound that you have. And you can be sure that if that person is causing the chemistry or causing the spark, it's because they're interacting with that part of you. And you can be sure that person's not going to help you heal that. In fact, nobody's going to help you heal it. You're going to have to heal it yourself, like we all do. Eventually, you have to get into the trench and start digging yourself, because nobody else is going to just magically rescue you, I mean, one of the hardest things to face in life is no one's coming. No one's coming to rescue you, to just get that very deeply, and then to kind of turn to the child part of you on the inside that's going, what? No one's coming to rescue me? Oh, I've been waiting my whole life to be rescued, to go, yeah, it's just me. And you're like, but I'm sick of you, you know, I'm trapped inside with you the whole time, and you haven't rescued me. And it's like, yeah, but I didn't realize that there was just me, that nobody else outside me was going to rescue us. So I'm all there is. So let's see what we can do with that. You know, and there are things I can do. Why don't you tell me about what it is that you need to be rescued from? And well, let's start with that. And then it's like, you know, it's almost like that child part is like, ah, shit, there really isn't anyone else other than this loser, meaning yourself, you know. And then, but when you do that over time, the relationship begins to build, and you can begin to demonstrate to that part of you that while you can't rescue you with the big shiny horse and the fairy tale wonderful thing, you can help that part of you heal, and you can begin to fill in the gaps in your own parenting. And one of the ways is to begin to kind of bring this idea of green flags to that part of you and go, you know, yeah, Mary's not the electricity, Mary or Frank not the chemistry, they're not the electric shock kind of thing, but they're really good to be around. They're really easy to be around. They seem to genuinely want to know what I have to say. They seem to care. They're kind. Maybe we're just not registering that because we can't, and maybe we can begin to try and register that and begin to see that. And let's begin to focus on these green flags and bring the deeper, loving, healing, wonderful love into our lives more. Maybe we can do it for ourselves.